Think back to the last time you met someone you desperately wanted to impress. There's a common, automatic instinct to hide your flaws. You tuck away your messy habits and your anxieties, presenting a blank, featureless version of who you are. Take Alex and Sam. When they first started dating, Alex felt immense pressure to make the relationship last. Alex wanted to secure Sam's commitment and decided the most effective way to do that was to become the absolute perfect partner. This diagram illustrates the dating self, a carefully constructed facade designed to lure a partner. Alex builds this by falsely claiming to be a nature enthusiast, hiding financial stress at work, and rewriting past breakups to appear entirely blameless. This strategy actually works at first. Sam falls for this highly curated persona. But because this early connection relies on strategic omissions and exaggerated strengths, the entire relationship is resting on a weak foundation of hidden truths. To keep up the act, Alex pours exhausting time and money into the courtship. Every date is an expensive outing that stretches Alex's budget. There are always new clothes, meticulous grooming, and a rigid, high-energy enthusiasm for whatever activity Sam suggests. By doing this, Alex establishes an unrealistic baseline. The unrealistic baseline is a standard of living and engagement introduced early in a relationship that is practically impossible for a person to maintain long-term. Sam is unknowingly committing to a level of enthusiasm that Alex cannot physically or financially afford. The relationship rests on a debt that eventually has to be paid. Alex is carrying a borrowed identity that grows heavier with every passing week, making a collision with the truth unavoidable. As weeks turn into months, the sheer effort required to maintain this flawless character becomes unbearable. No human being possesses the emotional or practical energy to indefinitely sustain the demands of a completely fabricated persona. Eventually, the exhaustion sets in, and Alex's default self begins to emerge. The default self is the natural, lower-effort state of being that reflects a person's true habits, preferences, and energy levels. It slowly starts to replace the high-octane performance. This shift shows up in small, undeniable ways. The lavish, expensive dinner dates are replaced by simple, budget-friendly meals at home. The constant stream of new outfits stops, and Alex's physical grooming returns to a normal, everyday level. Sam notices these changes. It doesn't register immediately as a blatant lie, but rather as a creeping, vague sense of unease. Sam feels like the vibrant, flawlessly agreeable partner they originally fell for is slowly vanishing, replaced by someone with far less enthusiasm. Sam is left grappling with the suspicion that the entire courtship was a calculated performance. The person they fell for is receding, replaced by a stranger, leaving Sam to wonder if any of their shared history was actually real. This diagram maps the internal damage to Alex. Cognitive dissonance. It's the psychological stress felt when actions contradict true beliefs. Every time Alex forces down hated spicy food or endures an abstract art museum, the friction intensifies. They are denying their own boundaries. The burden grows as the circle expands. When Alex is introduced to Sam's friends and family, the fake persona has to perform for a wider, more observant audience. There are no safe spaces left to drop the act, turning every social interaction into a high-stakes test of the lie. Here is the ultimate irony of the act. Every polite nod quietly builds a massive debt of internal resentment. By trying to build the perfect relationship, Alex has constructed an emotional prison. The accumulation of these small, unspoken lies creates a volatile environment. The internal stress and resentments pile up until they detonate into open conflict. When the argument finally happens, it rarely has anything to do with the immediate trigger. A simple disagreement over what to do on a Saturday morning suddenly spirals out of control. The true issues surface. Sam accuses Alex of radically changing and no longer wanting to do fun things. Alex, completely drained from months of performing, snaps back with sharp defensiveness, feeling deeply misunderstood and unappreciated for all the effort they put in. Because the relationship was built on a fake baseline, its vital energy is drained. Instead of working together to solve present realities, the couple is trapped fighting over the ghosts of their past compromises. In the aftermath of the crisis, the carefully curated personas are shattered. For the very first time, Alex and San are left looking at each other as they actually are, two real, entirely flawed individuals. This forces a brutal ultimatum. The couple must either endure a painful period of adjustment to accept these newly revealed, authentic identities, or watch the relationship collapse under the weight of its own origins. Putting on a flawless act is an incredibly effective way to secure a first date or initial infatuation, but that same act actively destroys the capacity for the connection to survive contact with reality. True, resilient love requires the courage to be vulnerable from the start, because we can never truly be loved by another person if we never allow ourselves to be genuinely known.